You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh no. Okay. I get a lot of requests to make a video showing how I train Key, so I thought I would make one at last. I've been meaning to do it for a while, and I think I will split the video up into basics and more advanced training techniques. I can see you on the camera. So yeah, the basics will be sit, come, stay, that kind of thing. And then we'll go on to another video for more advanced techniques like holding things and speaking. And hopefully these will help you. Not every technique will work with every dog. They all have their different ways that they like to learn things. Sometimes you have a very stubborn dog. I have to say that Key was a very difficult dog to train. He wasn't, believe it or not, food motivated when I got him, and he wasn't really toy motivated. He just wanted to have fun. So I had to get creative with how I trained him and what rewards I gave him. He learns very quickly, and quite often he would learn something, but he wouldn't let me know that he'd learnt it. And we all know what a drama king he is, and he's definitely a bit of a diva. So this training video might not go entirely to plan. I'm stroking the inner thigh at the moment. I think you can see a toe there. He's demanding belly rubs. He might not do exactly what he's supposed to do. Up until about 2 or 3 years old, he was very, very well behaved all the time. He would do everything he was told to do. But as we started getting behind the camera and messing around a lot more, he takes liberties. He is very good off camera, but he knows when the camera is on that he gets to muck around and he gets to argue and back chat me a lot. So he does do that off camera. He does it more on camera. I'm not a dog trainer. I don't have any formal training in dog training. It's just what I've learnt over 6 years with him. Okay, I'm going to start with a sit. So you want to use a lure, and for Key, nowadays the lure is food. So hold in your fingers and lure them. So I got him into an up position and get him to follow it everywhere, and then go above the head, makes them go into a sit because they have to look up, so it forces the bottom down. So I can lure him up again, and then into sit. And this is when you want to mark that behaviour. You want to do it instantly. So the moment that bottom touches the ground, you say a marker word, which in Key's case is yes. So yes means that he did exactly what I wanted him to do, and he's going to get a reward. So yes means you did it right, you get reward. So I then give him a biscuit. And once you've marked that and they realise that yes means food, it doesn't matter how quickly you feed them, they know that they've done it right. Stand up again. Sit. Yes, good boy. And you obviously don't want them to be reliant on you having food all the time. So you want to do the same thing, the same hand gesture, so as if you're holding a treat, and they'll still follow it, like there's food there, even though there isn't. So I can still lure him around with it. Sit. Yes. There's nothing there. But you feed from the other hand, so that they're not becoming reliant on you having food in this hand that's telling them what to do. The next thing you need to reduce is actually using the hand gesture. You want it to work with just your voice saying the word. So in order to do that, you will reduce your gesture. So you, instead of having a hand in a pinch like you're holding a treat, you could just waft your hand, and then you waft it less and less until you're not wafting it anymore. And all you're doing is saying the word. Into sit. Yes. Good boy. Then stand up. It's following an empty hand. Sit. Yes. Good boy. So that's how simple a sit is. If you want to make your gesture even more pronounced, you can point up. So you're bringing your hand up, which makes them look up. And you can then use this gesture from afar. So if they are quite far away from you, you can get them into a sit if they know what the sit means well enough. So see, he knows what the point up means even without the word. So it's useful to have a gesture in place beforehand so that you can just use the word sit as well. So luring him, luring him with it. Oh, you burped. Luring him with an empty hand. Sit. Yes, good boy. eventually you'll phase out needing to have the food. So you can teach them that yes means that they'll be rewarded, but it might not be with food every time. So it might just be praise, so you get all super excited and give them a good pat and a good scratch. Yeah? Oh, it's a good scratch. Yeah, it's a good scratch. So they're not reliant on you having food the next time you want them to sit. So now we can move on to a down. So I'm going to move him backwards slightly so I've got more space. Good boy. So a down is pretty simple. With your lure, bring it to the floor, and he's in a down. Sit. No, don't crawl. That's the next video. That's okay. My hand not wet enough. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Right. Okay. Cool. So again, you want to phase out having a treat in your hand. So after doing this for quite a while with a treat and a lure, and without even needing to say the word, you want to phase out having the treat. Okay. So you just use your hand to get it down. Say yes to mark it, give a reward. So again, you want to reduce the need for a hand gesture. So you can eventually just go down. You do have to do it. That's Key's personality showing through there. You knew what I said. Didn't want to do it. You knew you had to do it if you wanted to get the food. Sit. Good boy. Right, so down. Yes, good boy. It's good to use yes because it's a short, sharp word that you can say in such a way that you wouldn't normally say it, so it's something that will stand out to them. And it also leaves you space for using good for a bridge in between the command and the reward. As an example, I'm going to do stay next. Get him into a sit. Say stay. So this is your hand gesture, so they'll be able to see this one from afar as well. So stay. Take a step back. Say good as a bridge. Take a step forward. Say yes, because he stayed. The end of a stay is when you've returned to them and they haven't moved. Start off with stay. Take a step back. Take another step back. Good. Yes. So the good lets them know that they're doing what they are supposed to do, but they haven't completed the task yet. And if they broke the stay, so you took a step back, and then they end up coming towards you, so you then have to take them back to the spot where they were. Stay. Good. Yes. Good boy. So you just have to reset and start again. A really important thing to train your dog, especially puppy, is leave it. And it's quite simple to do, but it takes a while for it to sink into them. Like right now, this. Leave. Excuse me. Like, ow! Leave, Key. Thank you. No, don't poop. You hurt my nose. So this is a perfect example of something that Key needs a refresher on, isn't it? Too food hungry. Easy thing to do. Have food in your hand. Let them lick it. As long as it's not a dog that hurts when they bite you. And then just say, leave. Good boy, yes. And they get the food. Leave. Takes you a moment, doesn't it? Leave. Good boy. Leave. Yes, good. You definitely need a refresher on this one. Oh, my hands are so covered in slobber. You can do the same on the floor, so you can put it down, but you have to cover it. And you have to be quick sometimes if your dog is really quick. He's being good. That's a good boy, yes! So if you want to train your dog not to take food off the floor, this is how you do it. You do a leave it, and then you pick up the food if you want them to have it, and then give it to them, so that they know that they can't just take it. So again, I'm going to do this one. Leave. Good boy, yes! Leave. Yes, good boy. I'm leaving a pause after I've said it because I want to make sure that he doesn't go back and lick it, because I want a sustained leave. So put it on the floor. He's very good at this. He knows, but when you have a puppy you're going to have to cover it up, or a dog that doesn't know this command. Leave. It's under my hand still. Leave. Good boy. Sit. Good boy. No. Sit. You need to sit, okay? Good boy. No. Sit. Sit. Good. Yes. No. Leave. Yes. Okay. Okay is a good word to use when you want to give them permission to do something. I haven't actually trained Key to definitely not take food off of the floor, so I can do this. Key? Okay. So that he knows that he can then take it. It's the same with giving this food bowl. So I'll put his food on the floor and I will say okay, so that he knows that he can eat it. So that he's not just snatching food, which can become dangerous. So we're going to do come or here. Key knows both of these words. They both mean basically the same thing to him. This is the slip lead. This is a great lead for training to heel. You've had to take the lead off me. So basically, you're using this as a fishing line, kind of, to reel them in. So you say come. I didn't even need to do it. Good boy, yes. Oh, oh, oh dear. You right? Oh dear. Got a reverse sneeze there. A reverse sneeze is nothing to worry about. It sounds horrible. It's basically, there's a flap in their nasal cavity which sort of flips backwards or something like that. I'm not a medical professional. But it just flips backwards and it sounds like they're breathing, they're sneezing inwardly. But, I mean, it sounds horrible, but it's nothing to worry about. Key's reverse sneezed a fair few times over the years, haven't you? Come. Yes. So you want to mark them when they get to you. So it's at the end of the command, so they know they've done it. As they're moving towards you, you can say good, and reassure them that what they're doing is exactly the right thing, so that when they get to you, you can then use the marker of yes. Come. Good. Yes. You stepped on my toe. So that's how you do come. Eventually you won't need the lead. Over here. Stay. Come. Good. Yes. Good boy. That's it. It's so simple. But yeah, it does take time. You have to be patient with them. And if you're working with a puppy, particularly if you're working with a puppy, you want to do training in short bursts, so 5 to 10 minutes. 10 minutes max with a puppy, probably more like 5 minutes because they have much shorter attention span. Hopefully this was useful to you, and I will do some more training videos, how I taught him to do things, including how to boop. So if there's a particular technique you'd like me to show, just leave that in the comments. And if you've got any training techniques that you've used, put those in the comments, people might find them useful. So thank you for watching, hope you've enjoyed. Stay tuned for more videos, more training videos. Like the video if you did, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. And we'll see you in the next one. Boop. Good boy. We're supposed to catch it. Ready? Hang on. Hang on. Catch. Oh, good. Good boy.